3:30 to 5 a.m., this is the time for spiritual awakening. Whether you know it as Brahma Muhurta, Tahajjud, Amrit Vela, or simply the last third of the night, has been revered for centuries across cultures as a sacred portal, a gateway into something beyond the ordinary. But what's so special about this time? Why do the wise across ages insist that these hours hold transformative power? Let's go back to ancient India, to a time when yogis and sages would rise just before dawn at Brahma Muhurta, or the time of Brahma. They believed that this period, roughly between 3:30 and 5:30 a.m., is when the veil between the material and the spiritual is at its thinnest, when the energies of creation are most accessible. They would sit in meditation, connecting with something that can't be grasped during the distractions of day. But this wasn't just an Indian belief. If you look closer, you'll find this idea everywhere. In Islam, there's a concept called tahajjud, a voluntary prayer performed in the last third of the night. The Prophet Muhammad once said that during these hours, God descends to the lowest heaven, calling out to those seeking forgiveness, those with wishes and desires, inviting them to connect. Imagine that. A time when divine mercy and grace are closer, waiting for you to reach out, for your voice in the stillness. It's not an obligation, but an invitation to break away from sleep, from inertia, from the ordinary, and to dive deeper into purpose. And it doesn't stop there. Sikhism too speaks of Amrit Vela, or the time of nectar, when Sikhs are encouraged to rise early to meditate on God's name. It's called the time of nectar for a reason. It's believed that the sweetness, the purity of this time, fills the soul in a way that daytime hours simply can't match. In this silence, in this stillness, there's a chance to touch something timeless, a connection to truth untainted by the noise of the world. But it's not just about calm. There's a phenomenon that happens at this time, a shift in brainwaves. When we're on the edge of sleep and wakefulness, our brain naturally slips into a theta state, a state associated with deep meditation, creativity, and intuition. Science tells us that in theta, the mind is highly impressionable. This is the state where subconscious programming happens, where the seeds of intention take root and grow. So if you sit in meditation, if you pray, if you set intentions during this time, it's as though you're planting them directly into the fertile soil of your mind. Imagine the power in that, the power to reshape your thoughts, your habits, even your destiny. Across religions and philosophies, this time has a profound significance. In Christianity, monks and nuns traditionally wake up for matins, a nighttime vigil, to pray and meditate, believing this hour brings them closer to God. In Buddhism, early morning meditation is a time to quiet the mind, to align oneself with compassion and awareness, preparing for the day with presence and clarity. Indigenous traditions honor this time as well, often greeting the sunrise with gratitude, offerings, and reverence for the earth. Each culture seems to recognize this window as something extraordinary. But beyond all the stories, all the science, there's a deeper mystery here. When you wake up at this hour, you feel it. You feel the world differently. There's a clarity, an openness. It's as if the air itself is alive, like it's holding secrets, like it's calling you to remember something ancient, something essential. People who practice meditation, prayer, or self-reflection during this time often speak of experiencing profound insights, moments of clarity that feel like revelations. Some describe a sense of connection, as though in these hours, they're not alone but part of something vast and timeless. Why does it work? Maybe it's because the discipline itself, rising from sleep, choosing introspection over comfort, alters you. It's a practice of letting go, of moving beyond the limits of your ordinary self. When you willingly rise in the silence of night, when you choose awareness over sleep, you're making a statement to yourself, to the universe. I am awake, I am here, I am open to receive. And that's what makes this time sacred, not just the quiet, but the act of waking up itself. You're defying inertia, you're breaking away from the ordinary rhythm of life. And in that act, you touch something beyond, something that the busy hours of the day simply can't reveal. Think of it this way. Imagine your mind as a lake. During the day, it's stirred up, waves and ripples caused by every interaction, every thought, every noise. But in the early morning, before the world wakes up, that lake becomes still. And in that stillness, you can see to the bottom, to the very depths of who you are. That is the magic of these early hours. That is why the yogis, the monks, the seekers across time have all valued this sacred time. So if you're seeking answers, if you're yearning for clarity, if you're wondering what lies beyond the surface of your life, consider this. Wake up. Sit in the quiet, breathe in the silence, and see what unfolds. You may just find that the answers you've been searching for aren't out there. They're within, waiting to be revealed in the calm before dawn.